Welcome to the tl'ka7tsem Howe Sound Terrestrial Atlas online user tutorial. I'm going to provide a brief overview of the features within this application. First of all, to find this map, you can visit howesoundbreed.org and search Atlas. Once you've found the website about this project, you can click on the link to tour our online map of tl'ka7tsem Howe Sound. Now that we're in this platform, you'll see on this top bar here, there's a link to a user guide. This is a helpful reference that goes through all of the features of this application in writing. You'll also see a link to the Marine Reference Guide created by the Marine Stewardship Initiative. This contains many layers of useful information for the marine environment within the tl'ka7tsem Howe Sound biosphere region. To navigate the terrestrial atlas, first of all, there's these icons on the left-hand side that allow you to zoom in and out. If you zoom in and then you want to come back to this regional look, this home button allows you to do that. You can go back and forward like on any website. And this crosshairs icon here will allow you to enable location services and find your location if you're looking at this on a device where that's enabled. These widgets on the right-hand side here show all the main features in the map. We'll start by looking at the map layers. So these are divided into overall groups with subgroups. Now, looking at the subgroups, one really important point here is that if you want to have access and to see any of these subgroups, you have to click on the overall group here. So that needs to be clicked on in order to have any of these subgroups be visible. So Parks and Protected Areas is clicked on. If we want to see the protected areas within the Canadian Protected and Conserved Areas database, we can click that on. But if Parks and Protected Areas is not clicked on, that data will not be visible. Now, another feature here is that you can click on these 6 dots and you can move layers up and down. That will directly affect how visible they are to you, as there's many different layers on at once and they're in different colors, so sometimes they will not be as visible depending on what's in which order. So the higher it is on the list, the more visible it will be to you. And you can see with this legend button here what color that data layer is showing up as. Now, if you want to see specific information within one of these layers, such as you want to look at a protected area within the biosphere region, let's say we zoom in. One way you could do this is you could click on the area of interest. This information window will pop up, and all of the data layers that are clicked on will show in this window, and you can click between them with these arrows. So if we want to find out what area we're looking at, we can now see highlighted in blue that this is Garibaldi Park here. So that allows us to present the information in different ways in this window here. If we wanted to see all of this information about the park in a table, we click Actions, we click View in Table, and then you can see that information at the bottom here. If we wanted to see all of the protected areas within the region, we would go back to this layer here, we would click these 3 dots, and we would add those to the table. Then we can go back down here and we can see all of these protected areas and all of their information. One important part about the atlas is identifying data sources that are publicly available and having them be all in one place. So if we wanted to look at where this protected areas in CPCAD layer came from, or any other layer, we would click these 3 dots and we would go to Details. And that will take you to an external link that will allow you to find where that data came from and download it for your own purposes. So this is where all of the layers are kept within the region. There's everything from forestry data, human use data. There's a lot of different layers in here to look through. Now, if you wanted to look overall at every layer that's clicked on in terms of the legend and the different colors, you can click on this legend widget here. If you want to save a specific area that you're looking at, one thing you could do, some of them are already saved here, such as if we wanted to go to Lighthouse Park, we can go to Lighthouse Park or Lions Bay. But let's say we wanted to look at a specific area like Halkett Bay Park. All we have to do here is press this plus button, name it, And then we could zoom out and go somewhere else. And anytime you click back on this, it will come to the extent that you zoomed to it before. So that's quite a helpful feature. If we went to the draw feature, this you can do pretty much whatever you want. You can add icons, you can draw, you can measure distances between things. It's really up to you. To add data to the atlas, you can add it in terms of shapefiles. You can add a URL from like a web mapping application, or you can add a file in an accepted format. One thing to note about that is the final step once you've uploaded the data is to click the Actions button on your dataset and select Add to Map. And then the Share widget allows you to generate a short link that can be easily copied, and that's convenient for sharing this application in emails or social media or in the chat in a Zoom meeting or a Teams meeting, for instance. We encourage the sharing of this application, but ask that users seek permission and provide proper credit to the Howe Sound Biosphere Society before embedding the link on any website or other platform. We hope this was a useful tutorial on the tl'ka7tsem Howe Sound Terrestrial Atlas. Please contact OECM projects at howesoundbre.org with any questions about the atlas or other projects within the tl'ka7tsem Howe Sound Biosphere region. Thank you.